Let's dive straight into our debate here on the News Hour. Advani versus Narendra Modi Part 2. Is this an internal squabble within the Bharatiya Janata Party, and does this necessarily mean advantage Congress Party? We have in fact joining us in the studio Navika Kumar, our political editor.
Hi Sanket, yes, a very important debate that the BJP will really need to answer for. Joining us this evening is Sanjay Jha, spokesperson of the Congress Party. He's joining us live from Mumbai. But the man who has all the answers, Sudhanshu Trivedi, spokesperson of the BJP and political advisor to BJP President Rajnath Singh, the man who will have all the answers. Let's see how much he's going to reveal on the News Hour this evening. Also joining us this evening is Atul Kumar Anjan, National Secretary of the CPI, Manoj Jha, spokesperson of the RJD, GVL Narasimha Rao is with us in the studios. He's the member of the BJP's National Committee on Electoral Reforms. Also in the studio, very senior journalist Aarti Jairath and Manisha Priyam, political analyst, with us here in the studio. But my first question, you guessed it right, it is to Sudhanshu Trivedi. He is the political advisor to Rajnath Singh. Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, all eyes are on you. How will you handle this situation? It almost seems like the stage is set within the BJP for a round two. We saw in June when Mr. Advani stepped down from his positions, wrote a letter to Rajnath Singh ji resigning from his positions in the party because he was upset over the timing of announcement of Narendra Modi as the campaign committee chief. Is it now time for a round two ahead of the announcement for Modi's candidature as the prime ministerial candidate of the BJP?
I don't think it is any sort of conflict or round two of any conflict. As far as BJP is concerned, we are taking all consideration, whether it is the people opinion, the opinion of the cadre, the popularity and other things, and our parliamentary board will take an appropriate action and at appropriate time. As far as Sri Lalkrishna Advani ji is concerned, if you look at the entire history of BJP, he is one of the most tallest leaders of BJP. One of the few leaders who have given the maximum contribution to the BJP, so we will try to have we are having utmost respect to him. So whatever decision will be taken, it will be as per his stature, his gravity and grace.
But Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, it was very clearly stated, and it's an open secret within the BJP, that 13th and 16th were the two options for the parliamentary board that was supposed to be discussed with Mr. L.K. Advani this afternoon. The fact is that he is not on board. He has said that he still does not agree with the timing of announcement of Narendra Modi ahead of the 5 state assembly elections. So you have a problem at hand. However much you try to convince people, that fact is out in the open that Mr. L.K. Advani is not on board. He is adamant that this is not the correct timing. The big question is Mr. Rajnath Singh still going to go ahead, call the parliamentary board meeting and go ahead and announce Narendra Modi despite the opposition coming in from L.K. Advani? Or is there a face saver that is now being worked out in the back room, of which you are a very, very key part?
Up till now, no decision has been taken to call the parliamentary board on which date. As far as the consultation process is concerned, yes, it is going on. And I would like to remind, from 1996 Lok Sabha to till 2009, in each and every election, at an appropriate time, we have projected the prime ministerial candidate. So the consultation is going on, and as soon as the party will reach a final decision, it will be known to you.
Sanjay Jha, do you agree with the BJP's position that there's absolutely no dispute and it's all hunky-dory, it's just the consultation process? Or is it a secret that's out in the open for everybody to see that it's virtually heading towards round two within the BJP? And does that necessarily mean advantage to your party?
Navika, it is very clear that round two is still the early stages. It's going to be like a grand slam. You'll have a round 3, you'll have a round 4, and then you'll have a quarterfinals, semi-finals. I think by the time the elections will be over. You know, the principal reality that the BJP needs to accept, and this is Mr. L.K. Advani, is symbolic of a large number of people within the Bharatiya Janata Party who are strongly resisting Narendra Modi's leadership of the BJP. Now, it is their internal matter, so I don't want to really kind of get into the details. But the truth is that this, if you look at Narendra Modi's entire persona, it has been disruptive for a considerable period. I don't think he knows, to borrow his own phrase, the ABCD of how to keep his own flock together. Let's not even think of the country. The bottom line is that the BJP has been a fractured entity for a considerable period. And I think people like Sushma Swaraj and everybody knows that even people like Nitin Gadkari, who have been used now to actually become a conduit, principally resisted him. So, I think that as a party, it has been ideologically communal. And the fact that Mr. L.K. Advani, who started the big Rath Yatra that, in my opinion, really divided the country in a huge communal complexion, is today seen as a softer secular side of the BJP, tells you how hardline Narendra Modi has become. But, somewhere maybe the senior leaders of the BJP are concerned, because ever since his name has been even promoted as an election campaign chief, he's not yet formally made their prime ministerial candidate, you can see that the NDA is left with nothing but a party in Punjab and a party in Maharashtra who are also very identity politics based. So the NDA has become a notional democratic alliance by the very whiff of Mr. Modi becoming the head of the BJP. So maybe the senior leaders are concerned, but that's their lookout. As far as the Congress party is concerned, Navika, let me answer that up front. We have absolutely no issues with who they make their candidate, whether it's Modi, Advani, or maybe Shaina NC. That is their call. As far as we are concerned, the crux of the matter, as Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been saying in his campaigns, we have to go to the campaign on performance. And I think the people of the country can see that the BJP is being led at the moment by the irrational ambitions of one man and a party that essentially
Are you saying that the Congress isn't worried about a direct contest between Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi? That's something that most within the Congress do feel that can leave Rahul Gandhi wanting, whether it is on oratorial skills, whether it is on experience of governance, whether it's on vision for the country. That definitely is something that will come back to haunt the Congress. But let me draw in Atul Kumar Anjan on this point. Are you in agreement with Sanjay Jha, who's raised the point about the secular credentials of L.K. Advani versus the secular credentials of Narendra Modi? Do you think Advani's opposition to Narendra Modi is on secular grounds, or is there more of a personality clash between the two leaders?
I just want to tell you, Navika, 3-4 points. You see, at one point of time, the RSS was having control over the erstwhile Jansangh, which is today BJP. And you see, whenever there is a setback in Jansangh, you remember after the killing of Deen Dayal Upadhyay, the entire UP party of the Bharatiya Jansangh disarrayed in the elections. Later on, Pitambar Das, who was the Janasangh president and the RSS activist, he left the party, and party has to face a severe bolt. And later on, Professor M.L. Sondhi has to leave the party, and in Delhi party disappeared. And I think right now, if you see, Bangaru Lakshman and the Nitin Gadkari events have also cost very dearer to the party. And what happens with Mr. Advani, whether they are in a position to tackle him or whether he leaves the thing, I don't know. As far as the secular is concerned, they used to play, they're the hard communal gang. You see, they want to create some confusion in the pie. Never in the country any secular leader or any Congress leader or any communist leader whosoever has gone to Pakistan has visited the Jinnah's Mazar. But our Advani ji and his family not only visited the Jinnah's Mazar, they went and read the Fatihas. They were wearing the Pathani suits and all that. That has not resulted into anything. And as far as the Congress, Rahul Gandhi or Narendra Modi, they have a right to declare themselves as the Prime Minister or Prime Minister candidate. All right, Raman Singh can make you see, Red Fort. And from that Red Fort, Mr. Modi is speaking anything, whatever he likes. But I know neither the UPA, which is and neither the NDA, National Democratic Alliance. It is not a National Democratic Alliance today. It's a National Communal Alliance. And United Progressive. It is not a United Progressive. It is United Divided Alliance, which is called the Congress-led. So they are not. And every three Three media houses have gone, and survey report says neither BJP, NDA is going to cross 155, nor Congress-led UPA is going to cross 137. So there is a clear road for non-Congress, non-BJP forces in 2014 election as far as today's mass mood is concerned.
Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, the whole question is, you know, Advani, on what grounds is he opposing Narendra Modi? You know, he's somebody who was nurtured by Mr. L.K. Advani. Have things fallen so badly apart between these two leaders that Mr. L.K. Advani had to actually resign and in fact write in that resignation letter that most leaders of ours are now concerned just with their personal agendas? Everybody knows that this was clearly aimed at Narendra Modi. First, there was a whole public display of this dissension within the BJP at the National Executive in Goa, following which Advani resigned from the party post. Now, in the run-up to the announcement of Narendra Modi, I mean, who are you trying to fool? The people of this country who you believe are behind Narendra Modi, if his own party is not behind him, how can you expect the people really to rally around Narendra Modi?
Navika, I think the incidents that you mentioned, the incidents that happened after the announcement in Goa, I think that's a closed chapter. What is happening today? You see, we are not.
It's too recent for people to forget it.
Fine, but we are not a dynastic party. This is not a party where somebody sitting in ivory tower decides what the party must do, and everybody falls. Fine, come on. This is internal democracy.
Why not? Democracy.
Why not to take this argument?
No. This, you see, there has
to be a difference between democracy and.
But let me tell you, when the decision is made, it will be unanimous. You see, there could be differences of opinion, there could be differences of perception in strategy, but at the end of the day, the party will do what is in its best interest.
You think your party lacks political discipline? It's not about democracy, it's about discipline now.
No, I think you have, on the one side, you have a political autocracy, which you consider to be democracy. Unfortunately, in this country, whatever Sonia Gandhi decides is considered to be democracy. I would like you to correct that impression. In the party, if there are 11 members in the parliamentary board, and if 1 or 2 or 3 have a different perception, it's all fine. They have a right to dissent. They have a right to have their own perception.
Do you think this is internal party democracy?
But in the end, the decision that will be made will be acceptable to all.
It's just taking too long, Mr. Narasimha Rao. Aarti, do you think this is just democracy? Because June is when they announced Narendra Modi as the head of the campaign committee. At that time, we saw the dissent coming in from Advani. They had 3 months to work it out. It doesn't seem to be anywhere close to being worked out.
But a resolution will happen very soon.
Let
me add a couple of lines. I think, as I said, the party, we are only 6 months or 7 months away from Lok Sabha elections, and therefore the widespread belief is that we need to have a leader leading the campaign. Today, I have no hesitation in saying that there is a wave building up for Mr. Narendra Modi as a prime ministerial candidate, and the people of the country want to know.
But where is the wave within your own party? Where is the wave within your own party?
Don't you think that the decisive leadership that you want to offer, there is a decisiveness within your own party?
The very fact that his name has been, is in the discussion, the very fact that he is likely to be the the prime ministerial candidate, is mainly because of the kind of popularity that he enjoys across the country.
But why is he not popular within the party?
What about
senior most leader within your party, L.K. Advani, is opposed to him. It's out in the open. Aarti, do you think he's the only one?
I said there are different. There could be.
Not the only one.
Sorry, there are at least 2 other senior leaders who are also opposed to him. And you know what I can't understand is, if they're talking about internal party democracy, democracy implies competition. It implies, having an honest-to-God election and seeing who wins. After all, when Hillary Clinton and Obama fought to be nominated as a Democratic candidate, they had these primaries, they had they had an honest-to-God open vote, and Obama won that vote.
And everyone knows.
Everybody
Modi,
here wants consensus.
With Mr. Modi today, there is no contest.
No,
he is.
So then why aren't you declaring?
Why are you hiccuping? Why are you hiccuping?
What is the hurry? I don't understand.
Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, if there is no contest and if Narendra Modi is a given prime ministerial candidate, then why has it taken you 3 months? Why is the decision not simple for BJP President Rajnath Singh to just make? Why is the contest going on and on and on within the party? And as Aarti has just raised the point, if there is required to be a contest between, let's say, a Sushma Swaraj, an LK Advani and a Narendra Modi, why doesn't the BJP go ahead and have that internal democracy and internal election within your parliamentary board?
Absolutely. That's what you call democracy, internal democracy.
I am surprised on this question. I am surprised on this question, that a question is being raised about the lack of unanimity in the BJP and that there is a point of difference on the name of democracy in the BJP. But
Mr. Trivedi, no
I
prizes
would
for
like
guessing.
to ask that the... Yes. Okay. But I would like to ask, in the Congress party, which is having a dynastic rule where the successor is defined, and each and every Congress leader used to chant the name of Rahul Gandhi, why they are not declaring him as a candidate? If you are asking that BJP
well, Mr. Trivedi, they can always
they are
take
taking 9 years.
Mr. Trivedi,
they are not taking a name.
Trivedi,
And all the questions
as far as the Congress party is concerned, it's a given.
Navika, can I answer him?
It's a given, Mr.
Yes,
and also, Mr. Trivedi, just to quickly add on.
If it is a given, then why you are not formally asking?
Just to quickly add on, the Congress can always take the shadow under their principle, which is not to declare the name of a candidate before elections. They can come up with that argument. What is your argument? Because principally the BJP's position is to go with a leader into elections.
Yes,
that could be their argument. What is yours?
That we will declare. And you are not even saying that Congress will declare at all. We are saying that we will declare.
Sanjay Jha, why don't you answer Sudhanshu? Because Sanjay Jha, go ahead and answer Dr. Sudhanshu.
No. Sudhanshu ji,
let me
you
also
are not
add,
taking
the Congress seems to be running away
Mr.
from the
Trivedi, I think Mr. Trivedi is fully aware
that it is not
Rahul
Gandhi is not our leader. He is one of our important leaders. Why are they developing cold feet?
No.
Navika,
Home Minister Shinde ji.
Navika, Mr. Trivedi is fully aware that Mr. Modi is a vociferous political character. Mr. Modi is a vociferous political character. The moment he's entered into these, the higher pinnacles of power within the BJP, the party which always looked divided is now looking subdivided. And that is their internal challenge. And you see, every time they wash their dirty linen in public, they will tell you, you know what, this is our internal democracy at work. Let me answer on behalf of the Congress party. The Congress party is extremely clear. And we have said so from the very beginning
that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not our leader. He is one of our important leaders.
We will sit together and we will elect a person who will lead UPA 3 for the next 5 years. Now, Mr. Trivedi, can you
why do you think
you have made a lot of acquisitions
are you saying
we will
Mr.
meet
Sushil
at the
Kumar
end
Shinde,
of the 2014 elections and we will elect our own candidate to lead us forward.
Mr. Sanjay Jha, are you trying to say that Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde, who is the Home Minister of the country, who said this morning that our leader is undisputedly Rahul Gandhi, he doesn't know the equation? So if he has made that statement, are you saying that
let me tell you what he means.
Jairam Ramesh doesn't know what the party is saying and Sushil Kumar Shinde doesn't know what the party is saying? Why is there double speak within the Congress on the issue of the Prime Ministerial
Union ministers, those who are saying Rahul Gandhi is the Prime Minister.
Well, let me answer that, Navika. Let me answer that. It is Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde has said what is the voice of not just Mr. Shinde, but it is a voice of all supporters of the Congress party. The Prime Minister himself stated that he visualizes Mr. Rahul Gandhi in a very senior role post the next election. The point that we are making is a very simple point that we are making, that unlike the BJP, Mr. Trivedi, can you please take a deep breath, take a Baba Ramdev deep breath. I'm just making a short statement. The Congress is not fighting over who is going to be the leader. In the BJP, you have an open warfare going on. There's a Mahabharat and a Mahayudh going on in your party.
Be that as it
you obviously not even united internally.
What about
Forget
your
about leading the
leadership? Every
country.
political party
The Congress
has to worry
is
about
one.
their own leadership.
When we appoint our leader who's going to be the Prime Minister,
two of our panelists
there will be no debate, there will be no war going on. It will be a truly unanimous choice. It will be
just a short moment, Mr. Sanjay Jha.
Let's get an unbiased voice into this debate. Sanjay Jha, let's get in Manoj Jha. Manoj, do you think the Congress and the BJP are both parties that are having internal crisis as far as who's going to be their prime ministerial candidate?
You cannot expect unbiased opinion from Manoj Jha.
Well, he's neither a part of the Congress party
He is
nor a
very much
part of
the
BJP. Is the third
At
party
this moment.
who could
At
very
this
well be
moment.
part of a third front.
At this moment, he is an independent political party representative. Yes, Mr.
Yes, Mr. Manoj Jha.
Manoj Jha.
Can I say something? In fact, I knew that Narasimha Rao knew something about psephology, but today I believe that he is an astrologer as well. So he should rather work on BJP and make astrological predictions. Number one, in fact, to your major premises, Navika and Sanket, on fundamental issues of secularism, I don't see any difference between Mr. Modi or Mr. Advani. What is very interesting that it is almost a kind of ego clash between the two, and that is so brazenly out in the open, and in fact, you know something, that is causing a great damage to the very idea of very idea of election in coming 6 months. Now, why do I say that? I believe that in last few months, and in particular in last few weeks, we have never seen such kind of barricaded mobilization all over North India in the core belt, even before the anointment of Mr. Modi takes place. Because what just a moment, let me I waited for long and I did not interrupt any one of you.
Give it to the leader. He just wants to make a speech.
Gentlemen, I am not representing JDU. Please correct your general knowledge. I am representing RJD. Now, number one.
I know,
number two, it is very...
Does your leader remain behind bars or outside bars?
Gentlemen, you know something.
That's Manisha Priyam.
That's Manisha Priyam counseling
You know
Manoj Jha.
something. You all are a typical right-wing demagogue. Can you allow them
By
to
asking for somebody charge sheeted to go behind bars,
long knives?
you are for rule of law
Replicate Germany
and not right wing or left wing. That's the rule of our country. Charge sheeted leaders get to jail.
The demolisher.
Yeah, we'll listen to you.
Of Babri Masjid. The demolisher of Babri Masjid in Gujarat 2002. They should go behind the bars. Please.
Sure, as much as charge sheeted people who led the fodder scam and on which the indictment is very close to be
Manisha,
done.
the real question is, do you believe?
I want to make a statement, very important statement.
Navika.
Yes, Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, I will come to you. Just let me get Manisha.
If a debate has to be Navika, I did not even make my point.
Yes, Manoj Jha, make your point. Don't get interrupted. Manisha Priyam was addressing you, but go on, Manoj Jha, make your point.
I'm saying that please see what I am much more worried apart from this, that they are converting a section of my population into dehumanized objects. My worry is that today and tomorrow we'll have more of Muzaffarnagar. And please, that is more important for me than holding any portfolio or any position for any political party. This person does not believe in the politics of reason, politics of understanding. He has blind spots for that. And that is why
your party does not believe in the politics of development.
And that's why
your party does not believe in the politics of development.
Manisha, the real question is, do you believe?
Please broaden your horizon of development. Giving voice to the voiceless is development. You don't understand development. And Gujarat model of development.
Yes, but Manisha, the real question is, do you believe the BJP when they say that there is only internal democracy and not dissent? I mean, do you believe that argument at all? It's out in the open. We've seen a trailer in June. We almost seem to be heading towards it. Even if you agree with Mr. Narasimha Rao sitting right next to you and saying that it's just a matter of time, they've just taken far too long. If it's such an easy decision, why hasn't the BJP been able to announce their prime ministerial candidate? Why are they still knocking on the door of Mr. LK Advani, trying to convince him day after day after day, week after week after week? The RSS top brass has broken bread with him over the last 10 days. Mohan Bhagwat has had dinner with him. Bhaiyaji Joshi has gone and met him. Rajnath Singh, Nitin Gadkari. All of them have done their rounds, but the veteran leader is refusing to come around. Is there a real problem for the BJP or not?
See, as an analyst whose basis of work is actually research on the field, the image that I get is away somewhat from the drawing room and factional squabbles that we see in Delhi. And at this point of time, the BJP has at least 3 of its regional leaders out in the fields. They are by name Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who's leading a Jan Ashirwad Yatra. There is Raman Singh, who's leading the Vikas Yatra. There is Vasundhara Raje, who's also led a statewide campaign. So if you see the BJP in its full geography, in the geography of India, in the heartland of India, in the mainland of India, you will find that they've got actually a number of leaders who are out there on the ground. So there is a competition. The people of this country see today that somewhat at the end of UPA 2's tenure, it's the BJP that has really somewhat very competent chief ministers or chief minister-like candidates who are regional leaders, and Narendra Modi is somewhere amongst them. He is primus inter pares. So in the public mind and in the mind of the BJP itself, it's quite clear where they are going. But Narendra Modi is a man who is a post-Advani leader. So it's critical for the party today.
But if
that
they
don't
declare, Manisha, would they miss the bus? That is the point. Here is an opportunity for the BJP, as you are pointing out. Will they miss the bus if they don't decide fast?
The answer to this will be that they need to conduct themselves in a way in which the sunset is proper. Whether today is a day or Friday is a day, I think I would not commit myself to that.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, the question, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, the question to you is very, very open here. Right now, there seems to be an internal competition still on within the BJP. It's no longer very certain that, yes, it is a decisive Mr. Narendra Modi. Is that the problem that the BJP president is having in terms of competence of several leaders? Or is it Narendra Modi more equal than others? If it is so, then why is it taking you so long? That is a simple question that you have to tell people of this country who are hearing that an announcement is around the corner on Friday or on Monday. Why is it taking you so long if it's an open and shut case?
The question posed to BJP and to me were having 2 dimensions. Right now what the panelists were saying. One, that BJP is a divided house. BJP is not a disciplined party. Second thing was BJP is a communal party. I would answer both of them. Those who are putting our fingers on us just on the basis of discussions and deliberations going on within the party that BJP is a divided party and a division is coming in no pen, I would like to say that BJP is the only political party in the entire history of India which has not yet seen any vertical division. The Congress, Communists, Socialists have all seen division for several times, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So, they should not try to teach us a lesson of unanimity and division and divided house. Now, I will come to the communal point. Those who are trying to raise fingers on BJP, those who have lamented so much on Gujarat on 2002, what they are saying for Muzaffarnagar, what they have said for Assam. And not only this, the Congress party, whose Home Minister openly says, uses the phrase Hindu terror.
Speak about Muzaffarnagar too.
When the Home Minister openly uses the phrase Hindu terror, and the Prime Minister says that the Muslims should have first right over the national resources of India, they are trying to teach a lesson to us.
Congress's point of view here.
We are the communal party. Our political leader has never tried to
you raised your hand.
terror.
Would you want to counter that?
Resources to any community.
That's an allegation on the Congress, on the government.
Sanket, I want to counter that straight away. Mr. Trivedi is talking.
You're one of the panelists has said that those who have demolished
Mr. Narendra Modi is indisputably the most hardline communal leader this country has seen in recent times. And Sanket, that was the point I was making at the very beginning. If a man like L.K. Advani, who divided India in 1991 with his Rath Yatra, whose Babri Masjid demolition, I think, has permanently fractured our social polity, if that man is now considered to be a softer version in the BJP, you can imagine where Narendra Modi has hijacked the extremities of right-wing propaganda and philosophy within the BJP. And the choice of Amit Shah, I mean, Mr. Trivedi, you've got to be joking if you think this country is not aware. The choice of Amit Shah, who was in jail, who is still being questioned and perhaps might go back to jail on the fake encounter
You have ex-RSS.
But Mr. Sanjay Jha, what about the Congress's position on Muzaffarnagar?
And you have
What about the Congress's position on Muzaffarnagar? The question is, the Samajwadi Party
even on
has not been able
Muzaffarnagar,
to control
Congress
the
has not said
situation
that
there.
do not need the support of Samajwadi
Akhilesh
Party.
Yadav government
They
is
are
completely
having
failed.
a friendship in Delhi and some sort of fake fighting in Lucknow.
Navika,
This is
Navika,
the- you
let me
can match fixing between
answer.
Samajwadi
As far as
Party and Congress.
Muzaffarnagar is concerned, the Home Minister, the Prime Minister and the government and the Ministry of Home Affairs has been absolutely demanding very significant close reports of every activity that has been going on from the
But Mr.
state
Sanjay Jha,
administration to
compare
stop
this,
and
contrast
completely
this with what
obliterate all
happened
the
in the
violence.
months
I
of
just
May
want
in
to remind one
Chhattisgarh
thing.
and in
In the case
Punjab.
of-
You were very quick to demand president's rule in these two states. But when it comes to Uttar Pradesh, you have kid gloves. That is because you need the support of the Samajwadi Party.
No. Navika ji, I would like to remind another instance.
So you have different yardsticks.
Let me tell you, Navika, on the contrary, Navika, on the contrary, we have, despite being partners with the SP at the center, in fact, our leaders have actually questioned him, with many of our leaders saying that we should actually have president's rule in Uttar Pradesh. So I don't think we should look at it very casually, but there's a process. You can't have president's rule.
Where are those leaders?
The governor
one example.
It's a unanimous
In the case
question
of
coming in
BJP
from
government.
all our
But
panelists.
there is a
Who are these
difference.
leaders of the Congress Party and where are they?
And everybody knows
Where
that.
are they?
Mr. Sanjay Jha, please name
Where
these
are these
bold
leaders,
leaders.
Mr. Sanjay Jha?
Please name these
Navika,
bold
let me
leaders of the
tell you-
Congress Party who have taken on
No,
the
let me tell you,
Samajwadi
we
Party.
are not going to, Navika, we are not going to try and provoke any communal trouble because of political ends like the BJP. I think we have a responsibility. We are in central government. The risk that we have in Muzaffarnagar can
Mr.
spread
Sanjay Jha, you
into
will be
UPs,
accused of
other
having a
areas,
convenient
and it can
argument.
even spread
This is a
outside.
convenient
So I think we are
argument.
we are responsible
This is a
as
very
government.
easy-
And
this is a very
No,
It's a
let
very
me ask you-
standard
let me
argument that
ask
the
you-
Congress has used.
1 minute. Let me ask
So
you.
what have you done with the governor's report from UP? Why is the
No,
president
1 minute.
not acting on it?
Well, let me
It's not a political report. It's the
Well, let me
governor's
tell you,
report
the
that's come to
governor's
the
report
center.
has been received.
Governor's
It is
report
being
all
studied.
about the perpetrators as well.
Well, let me tell you,
Don't
the
study it for too
governor's
long. There's
report.
How long
urgent
will it
action.
be
The
studied?
governor's
activity,
report has
every
been with
movement,
you for 3
every step
days,
being
Mr.
taken is
Sanjay
being very
Jha.
closely
How
monitored.
long does it take to study a governor's report on a situation which is live? It doesn't take 3 days. The fact is, Mr. Atul
Why-
Kumar Anjan,
Navika,
also, if I
how
can
do you
bring him in,
assuming-
when it comes,
Navika,
when it
how do
comes
you
to the
assuming that the
Congress
governor's
party, is it
report
finding an
has not been studied, has not been understood? No.
Is the Prime
Well,
Minister-
it's like that in
I mean,
Muzaffarnagar. 3 days is a
the
long
state
time.
of affairs in
Mr.
Uttar
Sanjay Jha,
Pradesh
in
is not
the
high
case of
priority.
Muzaffarnagar, riots are
Not
on.
even a
3
single
days.
stick was in the
Why
hands
isn't
of
it top
person.
priority?
I think the BJP and the Samajwadi Party have to explain their positions there.
So is the MLA from Gandhinagar, Aarti.
That's true. Why is he silent?
Well, let me tell you, Navika, the truth of life is also when they were trying to do that Parikrama Yatra,
Sanjay
the
Jha,
BJP was and is still
Sanjay Jha,
trying to
let's-
instigate communal trouble. Sorry?
Sanjay Jha, let's get in other voices. Atul Kumar
Go ahead,
Anjan, don't you think it's surprising? Don't you think it's surprising that both Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi have chosen to stay quiet on the issues of Uttar Pradesh, the current communal violence in Muzaffarnagar? Both Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi. One is an MP from Amethi, the other an MLA and Chief Minister from Gandhinagar. Neither of them have spoken.
These are two frozen horses. I just want to make something else. I just want to say, whenever there is a crisis in BJP, you understand, there is a killing. There was a great crisis in 1967 in Janasangh, Bharati Janasangh, and the RSS failed to tackle it. And Deen Dayal Upadhyay was murdered, and he was found murdered in the yards of the railway in Mughal Sarai. And you understand, whenever there is a crisis, whenever there is a crisis, I think Amit Shah, just listen, Hiren Pandya, who was the Hiren Pandya?
No, in the
Time
Politburo
just
also.
and the
Politburo also. Whenever there is a crisis, there is a murder.
of the Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi. Listen. Now listen.
It all comes back to
I'm
haunt
telling
you,
you.
Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan.
I just want to tell you.
Let's get the debate back to the moot question. The moot question that we are discussing is,
Let's not go
let's not go into history,
Why
Mr.
Hiren Pandya was killed? Hiren Pandya was killed because Hiren Pandya was killed because of his connection.
That is your
And I think
culture. That's how you
Narendra
ran your
Modi
government.
has
That's
to-
the
let's
government
come
in
back to
Bengal.
Let's come back to the main debate. Let's come back to the main question in the debate. The question,
people in their own country.
Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, we have to
And
come
now,
back to the
with
main
the-
question that is being debated. And the main question that
I
is
am
being
telling you,
debated today
Navika, you are
is the
differentiating. I am putting it.
is
I
the
am putting it.
BJP's image being hurt with the open dissent that we've seen from the senior leader, Mr. L.K. Advani, in the run-up to the 2014
Navika ji, I would like to refute one question.
giving
One point
advantage
which
to
Atul
the
Kumar Anjan
Congress
has said
party.
about
And I don't think we
Can
care
I
what
get
CPI
the debate
Honestly, we care too. Who's for CPI's
Gentlemen,
opinion?
ladies and gentlemen, Aarti, the
LK
question that I
Advani has
asked
to
you
be
just a
given
short while
security.
back, do you think,
L.K. Advani has
Well,
to be
Mr.
given
Trivedi,
security. LK
Mr.
Advani has
Atul
to
Kumar
be given
Anjan, Mr.
security
Trivedi,
because Narendra
let's
Modi
quickly
is
get in
not
Aarti. She has been wanting to speak.
Mr. L.K.
Atul Kumar
Advani has
Anjan.
Z plus security, Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, but that's not the topic of debate.
This is not
I
the topic
think
of
you are
debate
left
today.
with no support in Parliament.
I
I'm talking about this. I think you should be working on the ground.
Let's get back to the debate.
Aarti,
Aarti,
do you feel, yes, okay, Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, point taken, we'll ask the straight question. Aarti Jairaj, do you feel that if the BJP refuses to acknowledge the fact that this is their big opportunity as far as the announcement is concerned, they will miss the bus?
Absolutely. I think the last 3 months, starting from Goa and L.K. Advani's protest against the decision that was taken at Goa to make Narendra Modi the chief of the campaign committee, I think it's caused a lot of harm to the BJP. The campaign momentum has slowed down, and if the BJP does not take the decision now...
Will it help the Congress?
No, that I don't think
Congress
the two
is not
go
doing
hand
it
in
at all.
hand. I don't
I
think
think
it's
we
a corollary. The
Nothing can
Congress
help the
is, absolutely. I think the Congress right now is
right.
burdened
If the
with
BJP
its own problems of, corruption scams, poor governance, failing economy, falling
If the
rupee and
BJP
so on.
refuses to, board
and
the
let's
bus,
get Dr. Sudhanshu
who is it going to
Trivedi.
benefit? If the BJP
can I
refuses to
add
vote this
Nobody.
bus,
The BJP
politically, who is going to benefit?
I don't know,
The
but
third
it's going to
point,
harm
as
the
Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan
BJP because it's going to harm the BJP because
Third
as
point
they
is a
say,
non-starter.
jo dar gaya, haan, wo mar gaya. And I think the BJP is quite aware of that.
Third point
Dr.
is a
Sudhanshu
non-starter.
Trivedi, the big question is that if you're so close to making that announcement and if the BJP does not want to miss the bus, then are we going to see that announcement coming ahead of 19th of September? That is something that we had heard from the BJP, that the inauspicious period begins from 19th, so the announcement has to be before that. Will you still stick to that deadline, or is there still an open game within the BJP?
First, I would like to put my objection on one thing Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan has said about Jansangh in 1967, that Jansangh was not in crisis in 67 before Deen Dayal Upadhyay's murder. We have got the maximum number of seats in Uttar Pradesh, 96, more than 50 MPs. So that a situation was different. So, and we have for the first time in the history have formed the SPD government from Punjab to Bengal. So don't try to portray a negative image as per your convenience.
The RSS paper.
No, leave them.
Mr. Trivedi, coming back to the main point.
Let's not digress.
They don't want
Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, let's not digress from the main issue. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, we would like you to come back and answer.
Yes.
Come to the
I am
main
coming
point.
on the main point. As far as the announcement of Prime Ministership is concerned, our central leadership is having all the sense of what the mood of public is, what the feeling of cadre is, and I can assure you we will not miss the bus. We will take an appropriate decision.
So how soon is the announcement?
When is the bus
How
coming?
It
soon?
happens, you will
Mr.
come to
Trivedi,
know.
Mr. Rajnath
Where's the
Singh
bus? When is it coming?
Mr. Rajnath Singh said on Monday after the two-day RSS meeting that the parliamentary board will be called very soon. What is the definition of very soon in the BJP?
It's very ambiguous, Mr. Trivedi.
You will
I
come
hope
to
you
know
realize.
very soon when it will happen. When it happens, you will come to know very soon.
Mr. Trivedi, just
How
breaking it down to
evasive can you
journalism.
be?
Mr. Trivedi, just breaking it down to the 5 Ws and 1 H of journalism. We know the what, we know the why, we know the who, we don't know how, where, and when.
All this is known. I think
are all questions
the party
Congress has to
leadership
answer.
is well aware of it.
No, the party leadership has been aware of it since June.
Come on.
Since June. What's taken you so long?
But please tell me, when is there a date by which the nominations have to be filed for Prime Ministership?
The dates have been fixed internally by the BJP.
Is there a date? I'm asking you a counter question. Is there a date by which it has to be decided?
By the BJP. We journalists who cover these political parties are aware of the internal deadlines of the BJP.
What is this hurry? What is this urgency? Why don't you ask the Congress? We are way ahead of the Congress. We have a head start. We have announced Mr. Modi as the face of 2014 campaign. The entire party is working on this. So I don't understand. I think a formal declaration, in my opinion, personal opinion, is important because the people of the country want to know today, unlike 10 years ago, people of the country want to know who is going to be the leader when we cast our vote for the BJP. And personally for Mr. Modi today, there is a nationwide wave, a craving for him, and therefore an announcement is required. But whether it happens tomorrow, 1 week from now, I don't think it should exercise any of our minds.
Do you think any further delay is actually going to help the BJP?
Well, none. But I've got a question here. Does the cephalogist in Narasimha Rao tell us that this announcement should happen after the Madhya Pradesh-Chhattisgarh elections or before it? If he can answer that,
as a political analyst, because we have a national election.
No, now we are asking you as a cephalogist.
I know. Yeah, I'm answering that question. I think we need at least 6 months' time. For a national election, you need 7-8 months to go around the country, campaign. There are many states where we will have to substantially increase our tally.
So your deadline is now.
It's the right time. Whether it happens tomorrow, 10 days from now, I don't think it should really worry anybody. And I think the party is right on course. I think if the Congress has to worry. Let me now speak from a political perspective. Okay. It is the Congress party that has to worry, and the worry signals are writ large on the minister's faces.
And Shivraj Singh Chauhan is not worried. Shivraj Singh Chauhan is not worried.
Every minister
Mr. Sanjay Jha, do you think
Navika, can I quickly respond to Narasimha Rao?
Go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Well, let me just make a quick point here. The momentum is actually with the Congress and not the BJP. Let me tell you what the BJP does. It spreads a canard, creates a hype. Where is the momentum? Who lost the last big election in Karnataka? BJP got routed, despite their famous Mr. Modi campaigning there. Whether it's Himachal, whether it's Uttarakhand, even if we did not win in Punjab,
Rahul got routed.
Lost. So let me tell you, if you look at all the elections, post 2009,
Rahul's home state,
look at
he
all
got routed. The worst ever performance of the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh.
We have gained the momentum. The momentum is more with the UPA, especially after some historic
these are arguments of convenience.
I think the BJP is acutely nervous. But let me make the second point here. And the very critical point is that Mr. Narendra Modi,
Rahul Gandhi is certainly making good speeches
by his own party, because Mr. Advani has said that they should wait till the 5 assembly elections are held in November. I think there's a message there, because Mr. Advani knows that Mr. Modi's ability to succeed outside of Gujarat has been a disaster, has been a monumental failure. And that tells you the internal tussle which is going on within the party, because let me tell you, the ground reports from the states in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, which they promote as a huge governance model, is very different from what is being propagated by the BJP. The Congress is looking at a very, very strong performance. I'm not going to forecast, unlike him, some result, but it's likely to be a victory for us.
Mr. Advani also has predicted doom for the Congress party in 2014. I hope you mentioned that also. He has predicted doom for Congress.
Okay, time to get closing comments from all our panelists. I will come to each one of you. Mr. Manoj Jha, my first question goes to you. Are we seeing the momentum going towards the Congress, or do you think, LK Advani's open dissent is actually hurting the BJP and helping the Congress?
In fact, I tell you, it is too early to say momentum going which way. But the fact is that Mr. Advani's constant what is written in the media as impediment in the route of Mr. Modi. In fact, it tells a lot many things that probably Mr. Advani is aware that what is the nature and character of Mr. Modi's politics. Would it be acceptable for the larger Indian panorama or the larger Indian canvas? So I believe, despite never agreeing to Mr. Advani's politics, politics. Today I believe that if his ilk, his support is stronger in BJP, that's good for us. Because you might win election, but in the process India might lose forever.
Suddenly Mr. Advani has become your friend. Mr. Manoj Jha, Mr. Sanjay Jha, to all you political parties, suddenly Mr. LK Advani in the BJP has become this towering personality.
Just a
In 2009, when he was the BJP's prime ministerial candidate, of the BJP in 2009, you were the same people pulling down Mr. LK Advani at that point in time. But let me get in Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan. Mr. Atul Kumar Anjan, do you think the momentum now is with the Congress party?
I think Congress party, with its corruption, the methodology of their functioning of last 4.5 years, has disillusioned the people, and the mounted corruption has almost, alienated them from the masses, and this party is known for corruption. And as far as the BJP is concerned, with the Narendra Modi episode, with all these type of things, the killings and the revelations, how he has managed the state with the killings of the innocent people and a squad to kill the people, all these questions have, put also this party in the corner. And there is a wave for the, in 2014 election, that country needs a non-BJP and non-Congress government. And I think all the right now media reports and surveys says neither of these two parties with whom we are discussing that having the edge, they cannot cross more than 150 seats, and you require 270 seats out of 543 parliament seats, and nobody is exceeding that 150 mark. So there's a non-Congress, non-BJP government is waiting for 2014 elections.
Aarti Jairath, my question to you is very simple, and if you can answer that briefly. Do you think the BJP can postpone the decision on the prime ministerial candidate beyond the next 1 week or so?
Absolutely not, Navika. Already the impression is going around about how divided the BJP is. You talk to anybody on the streets, they'll all tell you that the BJP is a divided house. Unke aapas ke jhagde wo sambhal nahi pa rahe hain.
It's hurting
Manisha, do you think LK Advani is now, at a stage where either he's taken seriously by the party or he's overruled? Which of the two choices do you think the BJP is going to go with?
No, BJP definitely looks at him as a patriarch, and it's a sunset. So it's definitely not in the sense of an active political decision maker, but certainly as a tall leader, a person with a history. And it's the sunset and it's the grace that has to be negotiated. And in my understanding, therefore, it's not a time-bound decision-making procedure. And that's the public perception that the BJP needs to work well on. If it hurts Advani sentimentally, that's an emotion that will go against them also. So they've got to close this, but the closure has to come more in an aesthetic way rather than in, portraying political craftsmanship or a political hurry. So to that extent, the time limits have to be perhaps extended. It won't come soon, but the decision, it's quite clear, will be advantage.
Narasimha Rao, do you still have the time? Are you still going to spend time trying to persuade? You haven't been able to do that in the last 3 months. You haven't been able to change Mr. LK Advani's mind. Are you going to spend more time, or is it time to go on with what the RSS has virtually given as a diktat? Is that something that the BJP is going to go for?
Let me say it like
briefly,
this.
Don't get into the history of the RSS.
The people of the country, the people of the country have chosen Mr. Narendra Modi as the next Prime Minister. This is the voice that you get from all across. So,
but not from within your own party.
It complete all the polls. Either you believe your own public opinion polls or you don't believe them. People of the country have chosen. Party cadres have chosen. Party cadres have chosen. Therefore, it's in my opinion, it is only a formal announcement.
Mr. Narasimha Rao when he says that the party cadres and the party has chosen Narendra Modi, because we are seeing the dissent coming from the tallest leader, Mr. LK Advani. Do you still believe the BJP when they say there is no dispute?
Well, let me tell you, the Congress party-led UPA is going to form the government in 2014, Navika and Sanket. And let me tell you why. I think on pure performance. And I think the people of the country are watching this news program very carefully to know that a majority of people, including people from neutral parties, are deeply suspicious about a man and a party whose agenda is ideologically communal and now in practice under the leadership of the new Amit Shah, Modi combined is dangerous for the country, as is obvious in Muzaffarnagar. I think our policies of the food security bill,
Sudhanshu Trivedi, I give the last word to you. The clock is ticking, the countdown has begun. When are you going to make that announcement, or are you going to postpone it yet again? Yet again, another postponement coming in from the BJP. Sudhanshu Trivedi, the last word to you.
If you go by any sort of survey conducted by any media house, there are two clear trends in the country. One is a decisive inclination towards BJP, and among the leaderships, there is a decisive inclination towards Mr. Narendra Modi. So BJP leadership is mature enough to take a decision at an appropriate. You have patience, and you will know when the decision is coming. Like in the case of Sachin Tendulkar, he uses to say, "Sahi ball ko sahi waqt pe marta hu." Wait for that.
Okay, so the who we know, it's going to be Narendra Modi. It's the when, which is a big question mark still as far as the BJP is concerned. Who is known, when is the big question. We'll thank all our guests at this stage. Thank you very much for joining us on this very animated debate.